Hello there, Gemini. Welcome back to my channel. It's so great to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm Mary Sue, and today I'll be doing your mid-July reading. We're going to take a look at the overall energies for the month, for the second half of the month of July, and then we'll look at the tarot for some more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. Okay, let's see what overall energies you have for these last couple of weeks of July. Family. Okay, so Gemini, it means that you might be kind of overcoming a conflict within your family. For some of you, you may be starting a new family or adding to your family. So we'll definitely take a look at that. You know, we're getting ready for the new moon in Cancer here actually this week, and that's all about emotions. And so there could be something about emotions or feelings coming up to light within your family situation. Taking steps, you know, this is an intention energy, and so it's about you taking steps, perhaps taking steps to reaching out to somebody in your family that perhaps you're not talking to, or just taking steps to possibly moving away from some type of energy that is bothering you, or taking steps to move towards some energy that you'd like to have within your family connections. Okay, so let's see what else we have. New beginnings. Oh, Gemini, I think for some of you, this really is talking about like a new beginning within your family circle. So it could be about bringing in, you know, a new child through either adoption, maybe getting pregnant, adding to your family. This is all joyful. Like I don't see any negativity. Like I get this really great sense of there's something joyful happening within your family circle. And some of it could be that you have actually been taking the steps to help bring in this positive energy within your family circle. Oh my gosh. And then on the bottom, we have joy is fun. Like perhaps you're going, you know, to a carnival with your family or going on vacation. There's something about a reconnection in some way within your family circle. And you know, it could be, you know, your immediate family, but it could also be extended family, or even I include friends in that, because a lot of times our friends, especially if we don't live close to family, they are also kind of, you know, part of our family circle. Okay, so we're going to take a look at your past, present energies, your obstacle for these next couple of weeks, any advice from Spirit, and the outcome. So in the past, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, this makes a lot of sense because this is a sense of feeling kind of abandoned, left alone. And because we have all this joyous energy coming in, Gemini, I really feel like there's been some shift. You know, in the cosmos or in somebody's perception of this problem, there's been some type of shift because everything we have on the board with the Oracle energy cards is just so positive. So let's see what we have in the present. Ten of Cups. Yeah, this is what you really want. Ten of Cups is kind of like, you know, it's that loving, happy family card. It's the happy ever after card. It's something that you're really wanting. And I have a feeling, Gemini, you've been really manifesting for this to come into your life. And once again, it can be, you know, like a true love. Like for some of you, you might be, you know, been seeing somebody kind of in a committed relationship. You might be taking your relationship to a new level and then wanting to start a family, or, you know, just having your two families come together. It's a really lovely feeling, but it's also about whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest in your family life. And that's going to be different for everybody. That'll resonate differently with everyone. But whatever you've been trying to manifest in your family life, it's going to come into fruition. Really nice. Okay, so your obstacle is Page of Wands. This is kind of, you know, I think it's kind of interesting because in this deck, he has, this is the Mystical Moments deck, and he has like a magnifying glass, right? Trying to learn some more information. But it's also about, being motivated. It's about feeling inspired. The Page of Wands could also be a child. So for some of you, it could be a young child. And maybe adding to, your family, but it could also be, like if you have a young child and there's been some kind of conflict or, concern about this young child, like, that would come into play. And if you're an adult and you have adult children, this could be, an adult child, like some kind of concern about a child or about your family situation. This has been your obstacle, is trying to learn more about how to get inspired to maybe have this conflict come to an end. Okay, so let's see what your advice is. King of Pentacles. This is the female version, which to me is always a little bit more nurturing than the male version of the King of Pentacles. But this is being really grounded. Understanding the part that you are actually playing. Like Gemini, I feel like this is your energy of being really grounded and really accepting the fact that you have played a big part in bringing this family situation back around, to, having the conflict end, perhaps seeing other perspectives or being able to see the perspective of other people that may have been in this conflict. And it's about taking the higher ground. I'm getting the sense that, like, you have been leading this situation. You have inspired the other people involved in this situation, but not like as a ruler. It's kind of like you've had this quiet, calm, peacefulness about you that has helped everybody else not to get out of control and dramatic and rash. Like, they may have at times, but because you've been so calm and grounded in this situation, that you've actually inspired them to be more like you. And you may not realize this. You may not actually realize it, but Spirit wants you to know that to continue on that path, because, there may be some more, we have cycle here, there may be more cycles or more ups and downs still to come. But at the same time, by you staying grounded and staying level-headed, that's the word they're giving me, level-headed, it's helping everybody else to stay more level-headed and not to get overly dramatic. Okay, and then in the future, you have the Knight of Swords. I have a feeling that this is actually somebody else getting clarity and maybe wanting to come in and reconcile this situation. Sun is on the bottom. I mean, you have so much love, abundance, and joy in this situation. I do feel like a lot of you have been feeling left out, or somebody else in this situation has been really feeling left out. Really sad about this, but it's kind of like a cycle that you had to go through. The people in this situation had to go through in order to find their own way, perhaps build their own independence. And now this situation is coming back around. And I'm getting, once again, like, if either you or your child is like an adult or going through a spell where, they've just had to go out, and either you or an adult child has had to go out and kind of find their own way in the world, in a way, like they're coming back around. They're kind of like realizing, or you may be realizing, just how special family is and that you do want family in your life. Okay, so we're going to clarify these. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody felt left out and had to go work on their independence. The Nine of Pentacles is, we call it the single lady card. Gender doesn't matter, but it's about building your own financial stability, building your own mental and psychological stability too, like really grounding yourself and being really independent. There could have been, a situation where you felt codependent in this relationship, or there could have also been a situation where somebody just had to go out and do it on their own. to prove themselves, not to others, but to prove themselves to themselves. Really interesting. This is this is going, and if you're relating to, this could be you, Gemini, or this could be the person that you're dealing with. Somebody has gone from feeling left out and abandoned to actually becoming more independent and secure with themselves. Somebody has upgraded here. So that will resonate differently with you if you feel like you're the one that had to go out and, find your own independence and progress. Then that would resonate for you. Or if it is the person that you're dealing with, they just needed some time to go out and find their independence, and now they're ready to come back, or you're ready to go back to the family circle. Okay, so with this 10 of Cups, wow, yes, okay, we have the Devil on the bottom. That just means that there was some toxicity in the relationship. So this, separation of one person from the family had to happen so that somebody here could find their own independence and realize just how important, family is, this happiness, this total joy. I really get this sense of total joy. They're ready to put down the burdens of the past. And I think everybody involved in this situation is ready to put down the burdens of the past, to close out that cycle. Remember, we have this card, the New Beginnings. It seems like everybody in this situation has finally come to the part where everybody's willing to let bygones be bygones and to start afresh. It's really nice. This has been something that people have been juggling with in this situation. I think it's all the parties have been feeling like, do we reconnect or do we not? Like, do we or don't we? Kind of this coming back and forth, juggling the emotions. But because we have the Two of Pentacles, it's more about finding the stability and not having the roller coaster going up and down all the time. And everybody has been waiting for this to come in. The Three of Wands is like your ships are coming in, waiting for your ships to come in. And it's time also to start out on a new adventure together. Really nice energy. Okay, with the Devil, it's time to put the Devil down. You're turning around the toxicity in this relationship. It's been really hard to see which way you were going to go, but everybody, look at this. This is lovely. Getting clarity about what happiness means in this long-term commitment, in this family. It's really lovely energy. Super lovely. Wow. Nice, Gemini. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this Page of Wands. Oh, nice. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we have the Hierophant on the bottom again. The Hierophant is about, long-term commitment, staying committed to, this family situation, realizing people have to go sometimes on their own path and then come back in. And this is your obstacle. Like, you haven't perhaps seen the way how this was going to happen, but intuitively, you have always known that this situation was really meant to be. And it could be that for some of you, this could have been around a divorce, like maybe a divorce situation kind of broke up, the parents or you could have been gone through a divorce, and it kind of like affected the entire family, either the immediate family or the extended family. But intuitively, you always knew that you were meant to come together for a new start. You just couldn't see your way to it. This is like your intuition coming in and saying, this isn't over. It's kind of like you knew it wasn't over. And I'm not saying that you will reconcile if it's a divorce, that will reconcile. It's just that intuitively you knew that this situation would not be this way forever. and that the family would somehow heal and come back together. It just was going to take time. And I think that that's why you didn't give up. You have the King of Pentacles here. You intuitively knew that this was going to work out. And so you didn't, you kind of like stayed level headed because you just kept going back to your intuition and understanding people were just going to need time. The Pentacles is also a slow moving energy, right? You knew intuitively that it was going to take time. This was not something that was going to heal overnight because there was, there definitely with this Five of Pentacles, there was big change and people feeling left out. And it's just that you haven't seen clearly like how it was going to come together, but in your intuition, in your heart, you just knew, or at least you kept the hope alive, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this King of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, Tower, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands on the bottom. Okay, so this is, oh, and King of Pentacles, and the Magician. Wow, with the Six of Wands. Okay, you have a lot of really good energy on the bottom. I don't think, Gemini, you're the only one trying to manifest this coming back into fruition. Like, I think the other people that you're involved with, even if you're not talking to, they are also wanting this situation to come back together. You're kind of the leader. I do see that you are the leader in all of this just by the way that you've handled yourself. And that's all you've done. It's not like a controlling situation. Like you have allowed everybody to follow their path, do their thing, but you've also realized that by just staying level-headed and positive, that this was going to come into play. There has been a lot of sad feelings. And I also think that, you had sad feelings. I think everybody involved in this had sad feelings. But there is a sudden change. There is a sudden change that's going to come apart. Come in. Like somebody is going to have a breakthrough. I'm not sure it's you, Gemini, that's going to reach out, but there's somebody that is going to take steps. And it could be you, Gemini, but it could also be somebody else. I feel like you may be putting out the positive vibes, the olive branch to others, just trying to stay really positive and everything. And, you or somebody else is going to initiate somehow bringing this all back together because you're going to be working on it. I love this, sense of working on this situation, like continuing to stay positive, even if you don't. I guess what I'm trying to say is that even if you don't see the changes actually occurring visually in front of you, right? It's those things are happening behind the scenes, and it's like if you go into your intuition, you know that they are. You just know that it's going to take time. It's going to take, with the Eight of Pentacles, it's going to take some work. Okay, Knight of Swords. We have the Hermit, the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant again. This is about long-term commitment. We have the King of Swords on the bottom. So this is air. This could be you, or it could be another air sign. So another Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius if you're dealing with that. Because it's interesting. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. Oh, the Four of Wands. Look at, yeah, somebody here is getting a lot of clarity. Both of these are about getting clarity. The Knight of Swords is a very fast acting type of energy. It can sometimes be harsh, like somebody coming in and speaking their truth, but speaking it in a harsh way. And the Knight of Swords can be a little bit of a harsh tone too, kind of like it's my way or the highway. Now, I'm also going to say this because we have a king and a knight, and we have this family still coming back around and around. This could be a parent and a child, or a grandparent and a grandchild, something like that. Like, because they're both swords, it does not have to mean that they're both air signs, but it's kind of like one is older than the other. And it could be this clashing because both of these can be about talking your truth, but also kind of not in a very loving way. So there could be some type of clashing, and it may not be with you, Gemini. You may be having this confrontation. You may be one of these, but it could be that this is two other people in your family dynamics that are clashing, and you may feel like you're kind of caught in the middle. And that with the Hermit energy, you may feel like you're kind of can't do anything about this, but that you're wise enough to know that this situation is going to work out, because it's your Nine of Cups. You're wishing, you're manifesting, you're trying to bring in that this conflict kind of goes away so that the family can heal. It could be too because we have so much pentacles here. It could be that this is like a child and a parent and yeah, a parent and a child, or two family members, one somewhat older than the other one, that are in business together. There could be some clash because of business, and that's not going to resonate for everybody, but it could have something to do around money in a family situation. You could be arguing about money, or two people in the family are arguing about money. And I only say that because there's so many pentacles here. But pentacles also mean to me just being level-headed and grounded. And the Hierophant, again, I really do feel like the Hierophant has come up so many times. Sometimes that means that we all need a new perspective, or some people in the situation need a new perspective, and we'll be getting that new perspective. But it's about long-term commitment. It's about being committed to seeing something through, to allowing something to go through the test of time. Really lovely energy. I will have to say, it does have a lovely ending. I'm not sure that you're going to see everything come together by the end of July, but I think that the message that Spirit is trying to give you, oh, look at this. Yeah. Okay, underneath here, we have the joyous fun. You have this energy, and there may be times when you feel like, oh yes, everything's working out, and then the next day you're like, oh no, there's more conflict or more drama. It's kind of like that back and forth energy, but this message is really letting you know that there is a healing here. There is something definitely helping you all to have a new beginning together, and it's just a little stuck right now. This, Gemini, listening to your intuition, okay, it's just stuck for now, but I'm just going to keep my positive vibes going. I'm going to understand that, this is just going to take time for everybody to heal, for, whoever this is to really finish the process of, elevating themselves. And here, we also have new supportive connections. There could be somebody new that comes in on your path, or somebody in the situation's path, to help them see the different perspective. I feel like with that Knight of Swords and King of Swords, somebody just needs a different perspective. Sometimes when we're arguing or in conflict, we just, we get kind of stuck or stubborn in our thinking. Okay, so this is your creativity oracle card, Enchantment. We are enchanted when the muses sing the art spirit into us. And I feel like this, look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Like, I really feel it's about people coming back together. And it could mean that maybe the people involved in this situation really enjoy music, or enjoy art, enjoy creating things. And it's another indication to the inner child. They're telling me the inner child, about going back into the inner child and just having a lot of joy in your own aura will help to elevate the joy in this entire situation. Wow, it's such a lovely reading. And I can tell, some of you are really going through a difficult time right now, but I think you understand that it's just part of the process. And when this is all done, that there will be a stronger foundation to this family circle. Okay, I'm going to close it out with an angel message. And once again, if you've enjoyed this reading, please consider like, sharing, or subscribing. Okay, and this is probably going to fit. Forgiveness. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desire. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surround the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of life. Yes, and Gemini, it could be that, there's more than one person that needs to kind of like forgive the past. I really feel like that's what's coming in, is that we had the Hierophant so many times, like a change of perspective of looking at other people's situations and understanding maybe why they said something or did something the way they did, and kind of going into this forgiveness. And once again, it doesn't condone anyone's actions, but just going into that sense of forgiveness. And Gemini, I feel like you are working on that, or have been working on that. I feel like your energy is really positive. And just kind of, just realizing that when somebody does reach out and wants to perhaps help bring this situation to a better new beginning, that it is about letting the past go and just moving on. It doesn't mean that, you might not want an apology or something, but it is about just forgiving and just going back to what is really important for you. It is the Ten of Cups. It is this happiness within your family circle. Well, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I really have enjoyed doing this reading for you, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. I wish you lots of love and light in this situation and all your situations. I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.